Chris Guillebeau's book, Born for This, is explained in a simple yet profound style, explaining each concept in detail with chapter analysis and practical examples. So you'll feel as if you've read the book thoroughly. Introduction. The core idea of the book. Author Chris Guillebeau begins his book with a simple but powerful question. Is it possible to love what we do, be good at it, and earn a living at the same time? He says, yes, it is possible. He even believes that anyone can find a job or lifestyle that truly allows them to say, I was born to do this. But the problem is that many people live in a cycle of confusion, moving from one job to another, trying jobs that don't satisfy them, or pursuing a passion that isn't enough to pay the rent. The goal of this book is to break down this false dichotomy between stable work and crazy passion, and to offer a practical method for finding what the author calls a winning job. Chapter 1. The winning job where happiness, skill, and money come together. Chris believes that a winning job is where three components come together. 1. Something you truly love and are passionate about. 2. Something you're good at and can grow further. 3. Something you can earn enough to live off of and build a life. A winning job doesn't have to be your own business, a freelance business, or even a traditional job. It's the right mix for you, the one that creates balance. A real-life example. A woman loves teaching but doesn't like the school system. She started an online educational channel that teaches in a different way. She found an audience who loved her approach and sold courses. This is exactly what the author means. Not just changing jobs, but redesigning your entire career to serve who you truly are. Chapter 2. Luck is made. Don't wait for opportunity, create it. Chris doesn't believe that success comes from a stroke of luck. Rather, it's the result of a lot of experimentation and smart attempts. Successful people, in his opinion, are those who have tried more than others, failed more than others, and discovered what works for them through action, not just thinking. You don't know what's right for you until you try. He says, if you feel lost and don't know your passion, start with anything because moving is better than standing still. For example, a young man tried his hand at being a coach, then a graphic designer, then an article writer, and then found his true passion in integrating all of these into visual marketing content. Chapter 3. When to move on. The leap test. Many people stand in the middle of a bridge, neither happy with their jobs nor daring to take the leap into the unknown. In this chapter, Chris gives you tools to help you make the decision to move from a job that doesn't satisfy you to something new. One of the most important pieces of advice here. Don't jump in until you've built a solid foundation to land on. Meaning, don't quit your job just because you're bored. Instead, start a side project, a small freelance gig, or even a course, and see if it can grow into a full-time source of income. Leaping doesn't mean recklessness. It means moving intelligently toward what you love, while minimizing risk as much as possible. 14. Chapter 4. Don't wait for opportunity, create it yourself. One of the most powerful ideas in the book is that the perfect job isn't given, it's created. Instead of waiting for a company to hire you for your dream job, explore how you can create a new role for yourself, develop a different path within your current job, or build something of your own. A touching story from the book. A woman used to work in marketing but didn't like office work. She started helping small businesses from home with some marketing tasks. Over time, she designed a business that fit her life. No boss, no regular hours, a good income, and peace of mind. Chapter 5. Your skills are your key. Play your own game. Chris believes that success doesn't require being the world's best at a single skill, but rather a combination of several cleverly intertwined skills. For example, you don't have to be the best designer or the best writer. But if you're good at both design and writing and have a sense of marketing, you have a rare combination. People pay more for a unique combination of skills, not just for mastering one. Chapter 6. Passion is important, but it's not enough. Many self-help books tell you to follow your passion, but Chris tells you, passion is necessary, but it doesn't feed you on its own. If you don't combine passion with discipline, learning, and realism, you might burn out along the way. Success requires working on yourself daily, dealing with failure as part of the process, continuous skill development, In other words, follow your passion, but take it seriously. Chapter 7, Survival Plans. One of the most beautiful and realistic parts of the book. Chris advises you to always have Plan A, your primary job or project. Plan B, an additional source of support or a nearby backup in case Plan A fails. Plan Z, your survival plan in case everything falls apart. Having these plans doesn't mean you're anticipating failure. It means you're removing fear from the future and freeing yourself to take risks wisely. Chapter 8. How to make the tough decision. Here he gives you mental tools to help you make career decisions. Ask yourself, if money weren't an issue, what would I do? Imagine yourself in 5 years with each possible option. How would you feel? Listen to life signs. Are people asking for what you're offering? Do you feel like you're growing? Sometimes the answer isn't in the mind, it's in the body. Do you feel excited, curious, beautifully scared? These are signs you should pay attention to. Chapter 9. How to build a day that serves your dreams. Here the author delves into the practical, daily side. Success doesn't come suddenly, but rather from the accumulation of smart days. Design your day to serve your purpose. Set time for deep work without distractions. Monitor where your time goes. Set priorities. Don't fill your day with small tasks that distract you from the big thing. Chapter 10. Don't wait for perfection, start now. Concluding with an inspiring message. Many people wait for everything to be perfect before they take action. The result? They never take action. The truth is that success doesn't begin with a perfect plan, but with a small step. Start where you are, with what you have, and with what you know. And with each step, the path will become clearer. Conclusion. What can you take from this book? There is no perfect job ready-made, waiting for you. Rather, there is a path you create yourself. Combine passion, skill, and income to achieve the winning job. Success isn't luck, but the result of constant experimentation and smart action. Don't wait for inspiration, start working, and inspiration will follow. Don't be afraid of change, but don't be impulsive. Start with a plan and start gradually. The most notable and inspiring real-life stories featured in Chris Guillebeau's book, Born for This. And 1. The story of Michelle Ward, the engineer who became a career coach. Who is she? Michelle was an engineer at a large company and was successful on paper, but deep down she felt like an outsider. She loved helping people discover their passions and had been writing about it in a notebook since she was in school. What did she do? She started studying psychology and career development on the side and launched a blog offering career advice in a fun and unconventional way. Over time, she began to attract an audience, and she became a full-time career coach. The lesson: sometimes the signs of a career that's right for you are evident early on, but we bury them under logic. Michelle used her traditional job as a temporary safety net, then quietly planned to jump into what she loved. 2. The story of Elaine Chow, the traveler who combined travel with work. Who is she? Ellen loved to travel, but she didn't want to be just a tourist. She wanted travel to be a lifestyle, not just a temporary vacation. What did she do? She started writing articles about travel and designed courses to help people work from anywhere. A few years later, she was running a digital community for digital nomads. The lesson? Passion can be turned into a career if you connect it to solving a problem for people. Ellen didn't just write about travel. She helped others live a lifestyle similar to hers. 3. Jason's story, the designer who discovered himself in teaching. Who is he? Jason was a professional graphic designer, but he realized he enjoyed helping new designers learn more. He started teaching small courses alongside his job. Ding, what did he do? He started a YouTube channel, then launched courses on platforms like Skillshare and Udemy, and eventually left design as a job and became a freelance teacher in his field. The lesson? The joy you feel while doing it can reveal your true calling. Jason didn't leave his field, but he shifted his role from implementer to educator. 4. Jess's story, the employee who made her own career. Who is she? Jess worked at a tech company and loved part of the job, but hated the hierarchy and internal politics. What did she do? She started offering the same services she had as an employee, but on a freelance basis for small companies. Over time, she expanded her consulting services and managed her time as she pleased. The lesson? You don't have to leave your field entirely. You can change the way you practice your profession. Jess designed a job that suited her personality rather than changing herself to fit a job. Year 5. Rich's story. The young man who combined programming and science fiction. Who is she? Rich worked as a programmer and loved writing fiction. He always felt torn between the world of serious work and the world of art and fantasy. What did he do? He began writing fictional stories based on real-life programming or technological concepts. His stories attracted a huge technical audience, and he began to combine his technical skills with his creativity. The lesson? Excellence comes when you combine two different skills that he excels at. Rich didn't abandon programming. He blended it with his imagination to create his own style. 6. Julie's story from banking to baking cakes. Who is she? Julie worked at an investment bank and felt she was being slowly killed. On vacation, she baked gourmet cakes as a hobby. What did she do? She started selling cakes to colleagues, then launched a simple website, and then a brick-and-mortar store. Over time, she left banking and became the owner of a successful confectionery brand. The lesson? Your simple hobby could be your next venture if you pay attention to it. What she did for fun became a source of income and a new life.